Hey guys, this is 3-Minute Patent Tutorials, and today we're going to be talking about the Streamlined Claimset pilot program that the United States Patent and Trademark Office unveiled on October 24th, 2025. So here's the Cliff Notes of the program. Basically, for base applications, you normally get 20 claims, 3 of which can be independent. You're cutting those claims down to half, and you're only getting 1 independent claim with this pilot program. The trade-off there is that the USPTO is saying that you'll get early advancement for the first office action, only the first office action, doesn't apply to other office actions. Not the best trade-off in my opinion. You can still kind of comply with this program by filing a preliminary amendment. Say you already filed an application, you didn't know this program was a thing. So long as a application has not been docketed to a USPTO examiner, you can file a preliminary amendment and the petition. You want to file the amendment before or with petition, not afterwards, to comply with this program, and you can still potentially get in this program even if you've already filed. This must be for an original non-continuation utility app. So again, this program doesn't apply to design applications, and it doesn't apply to reissue applications, and it doesn't apply to applications that claim priority up the food chain, as many applications do. So it kind of weeds out what you can do with this pilot program. And again, you can only file 3 max pilot program applications, at least for the Streamlined Claimset pilot program, per inventor. So you can't file 4 or 5 or however many. You're going to be limited to 3 max per inventor for this pilot program. You can't also include multiple dependent claims. So like in a base patent application, you can have multiple dependent claims, but you cannot include those for the Streamlined Claimset pilot program. So here's the register. Here's some notes that I took. It might end on October 27th, 2026, or when 200 applications per tech center have been accepted in the pilot program, or at its sole discretion, whenever the USPTO feels like it might be terminated. Again, after the first office action, it's no longer be treating as special, so kind of a bummer there. Let me see here what would be relevant to most people here on YouTube. For restrictions, you can still get restrictions under this pilot program. And if you try to file an amendment later on down the road that kind of gets you out of that claim set requirement for the pilot program, it can be treated as non-responsive. So you're basically going to be stuck with 10 claims and 1 independent claim throughout the prosecution of this app. However, you can abandon this application and then claim priority to this application and then kind of get around that pilot program. So you're not stuck in this pilot program for the remainder of your patent family. But if you want to try to get above 10 claims, above 1 independent claim for this, you're probably going to have to let your app go either abandoned or get some claims out of it and then file a continuation that way. So I hope this helps. There's a lot of information to unpack here. I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you.